What's up guys, and welcome to another episode in the Road to Raids. Now this time I kind of need to think about a new title, and whether that means a new playlist for this video, because I kind of am actually raids ready. There's a few best in slot items I could go for, but if raids pop up I will be going for them. And I guess when I originally made this series I didn't think I would even bother getting past maxing or even coming close to maxing. But now that we've reached this point where, I'm not that far off getting all the best in slot items and that kind of thing, like there are some big outliers, but I've got quite a lot of them now, and quite a high kind of skill total, I think I might be going for, some kind of completion on this account. So I might need to change the title. If any of you have suggestions, that'd be really handy. But for this episode, it will stay Road to Raids. As always, I just wanted to say, thank you for your support. It's been massive on this last video. It's really blown up. I guess that Dragon Warhammer really lures people in. But I'm glad you're all enjoying it, and thank you for all the subscriptions and the likes and the comments. It's been really helpful, and I'll continue to make more videos. Don't you worry about that. So as always, if you enjoy, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. But as always, let me know why. And so yeah, we'll get into the video. Again, another crazy week. Like, if last week was my best week, I don't know what this week is, because arguably it's better. Honestly, it's been more exciting. So here's what's coming up. So first things first, we're going to go to Neve. And as we got the Dragon Warhammer last video, I realised that I could get rid of the reptile option. The reptiles got ripped, there we go. So I can get rid of that and no longer be assigned shamans, which is fantastic, because I never want to kill them again. They are quite good for seeds though, so this might be a mistake, but I'm kind of relying more on Fossil Island wyverns and the demonic gorillas for seeds, and also Zulrah, because they're actually really good. So here, this kind of, you might guess what's about to come up. I'm catching black chins again, and that normally means an Iron Man's about to do Armadyl. And we're just getting very close here, there you go, to level 80 Hunter, and that means that I can do Herbivore if I feel like it, which I did try out, and it's interesting, and I can see how people can spend so long doing it. But if you ask me, it wasn't that lucrative in terms of herbs, so it is something that I will do, but not as a priority for sure. Okay, so as you might have guessed, or from those chins, we're back at Armadyl, ready to take it down. And I've actually finished the task in this clip, but I've got a few chins left, and so I decided to go for a couple more kills, in desperation for that kind of Armadyl chest plate or legs. There's always, everyone knows that sensation, just one more kill, just one more kill. It's just like gambling, every kill is a gamble. And so I stuck around for a couple more, and it was going a bit rough, Armadyl is such an RNG based thing. By the way, I just want to say thank you to one of my friends. His name is Crap Account, and he's another Iron Man, and he gave me a lot of advice pertaining to Armadyl, including wearing a Verak skirt and improving your range defense, because his mage attack is actually based on your range defense. So it's quite sensible to go with a much higher range defense bonus and take a lot less damage. But there you go, very last kill of the trip, we got ourselves a little Armadyl hilt, which is it's very cool, and it's fairly valuable. I haven't got a complete blade yet. I have 3 of the Godsword Shard 2 and 1 of the Godsword Shard 3, but no Godsword Shards 1. So this did motivate me to go to Bandos next, because it's always pretty easy to get a shard piece. So yeah, I decided to carry on Godwall's Dungeon after this. But Armadyl Godsword's going to be very nice. It's not by any means the most useful. I could have the ZGS or the SGS or the Bandos Godsword, to be honest. They're all kind of have slightly more useful niches for an Iron Man. But I could go an anti-PK at Black Chins just for the lols, that could be kind of fun, just to surprise somebody with a little Iron Man AGS 70, but we'll see, because that does mean that I'll have to stick around, and it means putting the chins that I have caught at much greater risk than just trying to escape. So yeah, but all in all, Armadyl's getting better, but it's very RNG based. I still need to improve my stats really and my gear to make it better, but we've got 1 item from her, so that's quite nice. So as I said, I was going to go to Bandos in the hopes of getting a Shard 1. Anything else would have been a bonus, That's always the way I was looking at this. So I've always enjoyed Bandos. I really enjoyed Bandos and Zami as kind of the melee God War dungeon bosses are really my favourite, and I think that is the case for most people. But actually, between this and Zami, I'm not sure right now, because Zami, yes, he drains your prayer and he has slightly more KO potential, but you can get him on task really easily, and so you can do, you know, between 3 and 6 kills a trip sometimes, you know, with like this kind of method. But Bandos is like 2 or 3 if you're lucky, sometimes 1. And he's very rare on task. But there we go. The first loot from Bandos was Bandos boots, which I'm actually really happy about. You know, other people might have been mad about it, but it's 15 kill count, so it was really early on, and I'm really here just for a shard 1. And they're a really useful item. They're needed for a master clue, so that's great. They have value, so the bank value looks better. I think they look really cool personally. I really do. And also, I did try using them at Bandos afterwards over the steadfast boots. Oh, sorry, the primordial boots. And they worked out quite well because they've got a better range defense. But in the end, I went back to the primordials just because, you know, I was hitting faster with that and more regularly. So yeah, it's a nice drop. Yeah, but no shard at this point. And then later on, it got quite busy, as it always does. Bandos is a very popular boss, and for some reason, it's popular with like teams of max cape players. You know, I guess it's just good money when you're max cape. But this led me to going back to Slayer, and as you might be able to see in the inventory, there is a very weird shaped looking head there next to the monkfish, and that is the Wyvern Shield. The Ancient Wyvern Shield. This is a 1 in 12,000 drop. I was not recording. This was a Slayer task of about 65 kills. I got this somewhere around my 289th kill of a spitting Wyvern. Crazy luck. I wasn't even looking at the loot. I was just clicking, picked the thing up, looked, realised that there was something weird in my inventory, and then started recording. So that's what you're seeing here. But minutes earlier, there's this other Iron Man here, and I'd said to him, don't you dare get the the Ancient Wyvern Shield in front of me, you know, because it's happened with the DFS twice now. I've been Wyverns, and 2 people have got a Visage right in front of me, so I didn't want it to happen again with these guys. And amazingly, there it is. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even know how to. I've got to research all of this. I didn't really know it was the Mage Shield or anything. So it is the Mage Shield. It's very low on kind of the usefulness front. It might be useful for Wyverns because I don't have a better shield for them, and it does have melee and mage defense, so it's an interesting one. And then here we are just kind of trying to work out how to put it together. So I was just reading there, and it turns out you can't use the Mind Shield. It has to be an elemental shield. And you can bind them on this table in the house on the hill on Fossil Island, and there you go. Possibly the rarest item I'll ever get. Honestly, I resigned myself to never ever getting this. Oh, it looks amazing as well. I don't know. It looks really great, and that's not even powered up. And as you can see, I have 12.9k Nummulite in the inventory, and that's how you charge it. And 500 Nummulite equals 1 charge, so that's less than half a full charge of this shield. And you need to charge it up fully to get the maximum kind of defensive stats out of it. So you can also use unidentified fossils, and small fossils will give you 1 charge. So I had to use about another 26 or 27 fossils to actually get it fully charged. But now that I have, you know, I don't regret it at all. It's a very rare item, and you know, I'm not going to use it much, but look how cool it looks. That just looks amazing. So yeah, you know, I went to Cerb after that because again, Bandos was busy. It was that same evening. So just to put it into perspective, the Armadyl Hilt, the Bandos boots, and the Ancient Wyvern Shield all happened in one day. It was just the craziest string of luck. I've never experienced anything like it. Also, what it has made me realise is that I've got the difficult Visage now, so that's the only outlier. For the other 2, I can just go and kill Vorkath 5,000 times, which is, you know, sweet. Like, Vorkath drops amazing stuff, so, you know, to hunt the other 2 Visages there, perfect. And then, finally, it's the next day, it's Friday or whatever, and I've gone back to Bandos, and there's a 66 kill count, and there they are, the dream item. Like, the most useful thing. It's going to make Bandos better. It's going to make killing everything better. Rune Dragons, anything where I'm using melee is going to be so much better now. They have the best in slot range defense, so they're better than wearing, you know, any barrows on the legs kind of thing. Plus having the extra strength bonus, and they look awesome. And the bank value is just jumping. Like, that's 85 mil in 1 week from those 4 items. So the bank value is sitting at over 750 mil now. It's mind-boggling. You know, considering that my main, with like 2 years of play on it or whatever, is sitting at roughly 500, 550. To take this account that is just maybe around a year, maybe a bit more, you know, it's higher total level. It's got much better stats and most important things, you know, like agility and that kind of thing, where it's a long grind. And to be honest, the equipment is just, I'm not going to say easy to get, because that'll jinx it, and I'll be killing Bandos for the next 1,000 to get the chest plate and the hilt. But surprisingly, it's not as dirty a grind as you would think, you know, to get all these items. So it's quite a strange realization to realize that I'm going from kind of mid-tier gear to like getting some of the best in slot stuff pretty quickly. But anyway, that is it for this video. No more sick loot than that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on RuneScape. Take it easy. Peace.